affect his performance against Mosley?
Después de todo lo que pasó en el camerino, ¿cuánto te afectó todo esto que pasó de la pelea?
Bueno, pues realmente ya no hubo ni tiempo de calentar bien, de hacer mi calentamiento como es, pero simplemente porque el señor, el entrenador de Cotto, en cuanto empezaron a vendar, ya estaba poniendo órdenes a él que quería que se vendara como él quería, y creo que no subí bien caliente ya para esta pelea.
Unfortunately, it did affect me. I wasn't able to warm up with everything that was going on, camp fighting camps, Moses trainer not approving any of the wraps, having to re-wrap. I mean, I was limited with a lot of time. I went into the fight, not even being warmed up enough to fight.
Is that another rematch you'd like to have?
Esa es otra revancha que te gustaría, una pelea contra Moses.
Bueno, sí, primero es lo primero, ¿no? Hay que ganar esta pelea y luego hacer planes y pensar en cualquier otro peleador y hablar con la empresa.
I need to win this fight first before I start thinking about any rematch. This is an important fight. If I come out victorious, definitely we can start thinking about it. But right now, it's not even on my mind. I'm not thinking about any rematch.
Antonio, how do you feel after the big war with Pacquiao and now being off after a year? How do you feel physically? How does he feel physically after the war with Pacquiao and then a year layoff?
Me siento muy bien, gracias a Dios. He estado boxeando en el gimnasio, he estado entrenando bien. La verdad me siento muy bien físicamente y mentalmente también, gracias a Dios.
I feel great. I'm physically ready, mentally ready. I've had some time off to rest. So I'm actually back in the gym. I've been in the gym for a while. I've been sparring, I've been training, and I'm actually going to be physically and mentally prepared for this fight.
How concerned was he after the Pacquiao fight when he had to have the surgery on his eye that he wouldn't be able to fight again?
Estaba preocupado después del daño del ojo,
Sí, bueno, dentro de la pelea no tenía preocupación, sabía que nomás era que tenía inflamado, pero después que tenía una fractura, pues sí me preocupó un poco, pero pues la verdad, gracias a Dios, todo está bien.
I was really concerned if I was going to be able to continue with my career. During the fight, I just thought it was a good shot by Pacquiao. I felt my eye was getting swollen, but I never thought it was going to be a career-threatening injury until I was told in the hospital that I had to have surgery. That's when it all started sinking in, and my career might come to an end.
When did he have the surgery exactly?
He had his surgery 3 days after the fight.
In Utah? Was it Bob sent him to one of his?
No, he had his orbital fracture surgery in Dallas, Texas.
But he had surgery on his eye after that.
He had a surgery for his cataract.
Right.
Caused by the actual lobe.
When was that surgery?
That surgery was about 2.5 months ago.
2.5 months ago? When was he cleared to fight after that? I mean, to go back to the gym after
He was cleared about 3 weeks after that.
3 weeks after that? Is he concerned? I mean, does that concern him at all that he's had these surgeries going in? He hasn't fought since then, so how much does that concern him?
I could answer that. He's not concerned anymore. At first, yes, he was concerned, but we've been going back to Utah with Dr. Crandall. We go every 3 weeks, and he's been giving us nothing but positive views. Antonio did consider retirement for a while, and if the doctor was to say, I don't recommend you fight, Antonio would not be fighting. The doctor fixed his eye, and he says, I don't see why you can't continue with your career. So that just makes him feel better, and that's why he's going on with his career.
Cotto was asked several times if this is personal for him. He said no, but I don't know if people believe that. How personal is this for Antonio?
Yo lo he mencionado, si quiere una revancha, pues le damos la revancha. Yo estoy dispuesto a pelear a cualquier peleador, y si es personal, pues de todas formas aquí estoy. Si quiere una guerra, pues va a tener una guerra.
I've always said from the first time we fought and I beat him, if he wanted a rematch, I would always give him a rematch. Here's a rematch, here's a fight. If it's personal for him, you know what, we'll take it. December the 3rd, we both can take it out on each other in that ring.
Cotto said he's going to check the first fight, look for his mistakes. Are you expecting a different look from him in this fight?
Expecting que va a haber la pelea va a estudiar qué es lo que hizo mal. ¿Piensas que vas a cambiar un poco su estilo?
Pues qué puede cambiar, yo creo que es el mismo peleador, yo creo, yo también creo, he estado estudiando la primera pelea, yo creo que con la presión que le doy y tratar de quitarme más golpes que él, yo creo que le vamos a volver a ganar.
There's so much fighting to change at this stage of their career. Myself have to make a couple of changes, but we're both going to come in prepared. We're both going to battle it, and hopefully I come out with victories.
Cotto said before that when I asked him about why he wanted to fight today at 153, he said so Antonio wouldn't have any excuses, but it was Cotto's side that initiated that, right? They're the ones who wanted to
Yes, initially it was 150 pounds with the next day weigh-in, with the maximum of Antonio. They put a maximum of 10 pounds the following day, so they didn't want him to go up over 160 pounds. He said no, we actually turned it down, turned the fight down. They came back at 152 pounds and would only allow Antonio to weigh in at a maximum of 8 pounds the next day, so 160. We agreed on 153 and we threw out the next day weigh-in.
Why does he think that Cotto's so concerned about that?
Pues creo que querían agarrar ventaja, ¿saben? Yo me subí de peso porque yo realmente no daba el peso fuerte, yo creo que ellos querían agarrar ventaja y querían que me matara para el peso para no alcanzarme a recuperar lo que me pasó con Molly.
Of course, this is strategy. This is for them to feel they got an advantage. I'm a good fighter. I'm a tough fighter. That's why I left the welterweight division. I struggled to make a welterweight towards that later part of my career. I'm a 154-pounder. It's in the business of boxing. If you could get 2 or 4 pounds and have me come in at 150, knowing that I'm a big guy, if I struggle, it's a good for them. But we weren't going to allow that to happen. Also, I want to, I can't take it out, but I don't know what photos, he's carrying, but there's a photo of Antonio after the fight. It said there's a blood spot. I'll try to get it out, and if I can have all your emails, I can send it, but there's also a fight of Chico Corrales. After the fight, he's doing this as a victor, and if you see his hand wrap, he has the exact same spot, mark, whatever. I think we all know that these leather gloves, the dye does sink through the wraps, and I've been trying to get, but I have no reception. So, just look up Chico Corrales on Google, fights, and it's right there. The picture of him, he's doing this, and you can see the exact same red spot that they were throwing out.
Who was his name? Morales?
Corrales. I'm sorry. Chico Corrales, yes.
Can I ask just one other question? It's been over 3 years since that great fight against Cotto, and his performances have not measured up to that since then. Does he have any concern that he's no longer the same fighter that he was that night?
Esa pelea maravillosa, muy bien peleado, pero que él ha notado también que ya después de esa pelea no le ha dicho todas las decisiones las tomado por ese tipo de
No, yo creo que son los estilos de cada peleador. Yo creo que uno no puede lucir tanto como el otro. Yo creo que aquí los estilos de Cotto y yo se prestan para hacer una buena pelea. Yo creo que no es que me vea más mal ni nada, sino que son los estilos de cada peleador.
Well, styles make fights. I think that Cotto's style was perfect for my style. It was perfect for a battle. You compare all the other fighters, they're boxers, they're movers, so it actually affects the way the other opponent looks. I really believe that in this fight, Cotto will be engaging, or if he runs, he's not going to run that way, but we're going to see the old Antonio Margarito.
Oye, no te vayas. ¿Tú crees que realmente es bien importante por eso ha estado corriendo las condiciones? Yo le pregunté eso. ¿Cuál era su reacción a lo que tú dijiste?
Pues yo creo que no es miedo, porque si no estaría aquí en el boxeo él, ¿no? Pero creo que se siente Yo creo que le afectó mucho esta derrota. Yo pienso que ha visto la pelea y saben lo golpeado que salió. Yo creo que por eso creo que quieren agarrar esta gente. Querían que me matara más de su peso para